That investigation intensifies in Farmington Hills after a man is attacked in the men's locker room at the YMCA. And tonight we're hearing from the Good Samaritan who jumped in to help. That story tops the news here at 10 o'clock. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. It happened at a gym near 12 Mile and Farmington Roads. The suspect now in custody for attacking an 80-year-old man and then fought with someone who tried to stop the assault. Sean Lay live with more on this. He talked with the person who jumped in, and that's someone who's pretty well known around these parts. Sean.
Braylon Edwards, big-time wide receiver, U of M, of course, and in the NFL. Look, the guy who ran out of here caused a commotion inside by attacking that man, caused a commotion outside. Police here had to lock down several schools as a precaution until they caught up with him. But inside, Braylon Edwards, we sat down with him this evening, and he tells us how he actually saved this man's life. Take a look. So you walk in the locker room, what happened?
Basically walk into the locker room after working out. I hear some noise about 4 rows behind me. Just over arguing about music, someone playing some music too loud. So I'm not paying attention. It's none of my business. The noise escalates, then you can start to hear some pushing and shoving. I mean, you know what fighting sounds like. Start to hear some tussling, start to hear some fists. But then once I heard a thud, that's what got me up. That's what got me to turn around.
Former U of M and Big Ten receiving record holder, NFL star Braylon Edwards, was one of the most dangerous offensive players on the field. Friday morning at the Farmington YMCA, Edwards made a stop that likely saved the life of an 80-year-old man. Edwards entered the Y locker room to the sounds of chaos. A 25-year-old man was beating an 80-year-old man. 80. Edwards stepped in with a life-saving move.
And then I see the guy, I think he's reaching for a phone underneath the victim. He grabs the back of the victim's head by the hair, and he was about to slam it down on the counter. I grabbed him, subdued him.
Braylon, if you hadn't stepped in at that critical moment, this man could be killed. He could have been killed.
I didn't know it was that serious. I mean, I knew he probably had serious concussions and things of that nature, but it wasn't until I talked to Detective Jacobs down in Farmington that he told me that if I didn't step in. But at the end of the day, I was just, that's what you do. People go to work out, they have a good time, they live 80 years, and this isn't how they expect for something to maybe take their life.
And protect our elders.
100%, like my mom, my grandmother, my father. In that moment, when you come back home, these are the people you think about.
Absolutely. 25-year-old man in custody now, still in police custody as they work up charges, request charges on him. The 80-year-old man, we're told, is still in the hospital. We're told he is going to make it. Braylon Edwards tells me he hopes to meet that gentleman once he is released from the hospital. Guys, Braylon Edwards certainly not looking for any notoriety about this, but we wanted to speak to him. He's quite a gentleman. So glad he was here to save the day and a life. Back to you.
No doubt. Go blue. All right, Sean.